Welcome to the latest video recounting a trip I took recently up to the BlackIsle just north of Inverness, where we stayed at the Flowerburn Holiday lodges which overlook the Moray Firth and is a lovely location. Just a couple of miles away from the lodges is Rosemarkie Beach, which runs down the bay to Shonery Point, which is allegedly one of the top locations for dolphin watching. Unfortunately, while we were there, we never got to see any. There was a few seals off the point, and while we were there, it was quite windy, but this bit of land gave us quite a lot of shelter, especially down by Rosemarkie. The beach itself is fantastic for swimming and paddling, especially if you got the lay of the shan land. I didn't do a lot of paddleboarding here due to the offshore winds, but managed to get in quite a lot of morning swims, and the water temperature was still quite reasonable. One of the other locations we visited quite often was Cromarty, which is a lovely village on the eastern end of the isle. It has a fantastic walk up along the shore to Suttors Point, and on the way back you can visit a lovely old graveyard, which is sometimes called the Pirates Graveyard because of some of the carvings. Just behind the lodges is Learnie Redrocks mountain bike tracks, which are really good fun, and this time I made sure to take my bike and had many a fine morning riding around the tracks. Some good uphill sections get your lungs going, and some really good fun downhill sections. I mainly concentrated on the green and orange tracks as it was the first real time of going over them, and then had a couple of really good rides around the BlackIsle, which actually forms part of the Groats route and the National Trail 1 during the summer when the ferry is open. On one explore I rode down to Eathie Beach and Macfarquhar's Cave, which are old fishing stations, and had a nice cooling dip after some of the climbs. Then rode down into Cromarty for a well-earned coffee, and there is a couple of really nice cafes there and pubs. On the way back, after a long slog up the hill, I took a detour to get some supplies and went a bit wrong because I thought I could make it through the forests, but ended up a really good all-day ride. And while we're this far up north, we decided one day to have a drive up to Groats. While we had a lovely lunch in Groats, the highlight of the trip was a trip to Sannick Bay, where I had to take the opportunity of having a lovely swim. Again, the water was really good, just not too cold yet. While I was actually swimming, there was a large bull seal about 100 yards away, which unfortunately I couldn't get much of a photograph of. That was keeping an eye on me. But such a stunning location and beach, and a little bit of a swell coming in with the wind, but really nice location. And I think it must be one of the most northerly point or beaches on the mainland. I must have spent a good 20 minutes in the water, and again, it wasn't too cold. It did get to me after a while, So, and it was remarkably clear. We then drove up to the Dunand Spearhead and had a walk around there. Unfortunately, I have lost some of my footage from this trip, but the actual views from around that area are stunning. Some superb cliffs.
Morning, out for another quick paddle. So down at Cromarty Beach. So really calm winter's day. Gorgeous. So aim is to just go around Suttors Point, see the stacks, and to Marquard's Cave, or whatever you call it, and hopefully see some dolphins and wildlife. Glorious day.
I did include these videos and pictures of the paddling February due to the nature of the wind I had while I was up there in October. Wasn't really suitable for paddling out on the ocean.
Just coming back into Cromarty. About half a mile to go, I'd say. So a really nice paddle. Again, pity no dolphins. Certainly split. So looking north, it's nice and blue. Snow over on the mountains. Strange. 40 years ago, I joined a ship over in Inverness, which is just over the other side from Cromarty, before sailing down to the Falklands just after the war. How time flies. Certainly loving it round here. Right, time to head back.
While on this trip, the weather wasn't really suitable. There is a really good paddling area.
Morning. Going out for a quick paddle. Quite a chilly morning when I got down here at Cromarty Beach. It was -4. A frosty board. So, because it was up on the card all night, blew it up last night. So, plan is to paddle down the coast for a couple of miles and back and just enjoy the morning. What a glorious day.
All in all, the BlackIsle is a brilliant place to visit and makes a good location to be able to actually get out and explore some of the highlands.